Hello and welcome back to Badminton Insight. If you're new to the channel, we're Greg and Jenny, two professional badminton players releasing a weekly video on all things badminton. Now in this video, we're going to teach you everything you need to know about the basics of lifting for both doubles and singles players. We're going to cover the importance of lifting, the technique, and some great practices to help you improve your lifts. So, firstly, why do we lift?
Well, there are two reasons. Firstly, when you're under pressure and you feel like you can't play any other shot without getting yourself in more trouble, then you should lift to allow yourself the time to get back into a good position and reset the rally. Secondly, you can lift to move your opponent, putting their speed and footwork under pressure, either tiring them out or making them play a bad shot that you can take advantage of. No matter what level you play at, improving your lift accuracy and consistency will help you make that step up to the next level.
And we all love hitting that smash winner or deceptive trick shot, but we should get just as much satisfaction from forcing an error from our opponent with an accurate lift. After all, you get the same amount of points for it. Also, just think, how many times do you hit a simple lift out or short in a match? For some people, it will be quite a lot. Okay, I think we've emphasised their importance enough now, so let's go through the steps to perfect your technique.
Okay, so first things first, we need to get the footwork right. So if you're moving to your forehand corner, you want to split, bring your non-racket leg to your racket leg, and then push off to lunge into the corner. If you're moving to your backhand corner, you want to split, pivot on your non-racket leg, and then lunge into the corner again. And this footwork is the same no matter if you're moving sidewards or directly forwards, like from a defensive position in doubles. Now there are a few key points that you have to get right, and if you don't get these right, you may as well not bother watching the rest of the video. Okay, so key point number one is you need to have a solid lunge and keep your torso upright and your core strong. And this means you'll remain much more in control of your body. Key point number two is you also need to keep your head upright throughout the movement and shot. If you end up looking at the floor as you strike the shuttle, your shot timing will massively decrease. Key point number three is that you want to land your lunging foot just before you strike the shuttle. Landing too late means you can't adjust your positioning, and landing too early means you're not in control of your body and your shot will lose its accuracy.
So now you've mastered the footwork, let's move on to the racket preparation and grip. You want to have your racket shaft more horizontal like this if you're playing doubles, and slightly more vertical like this if you're playing singles. This is because your preparation should be similar for both your lifts and net shots, whether you're hitting straight or cross court. The two final points for your preparation is that you should have your non-racket arm out like this, and this will help your balance and enable you to remain in control of your body. And lastly, your racket arm shouldn't be tucked in like this, especially on your forehand side, as this is a common mistake we see. Moving on to the grip. Now you should be in a forehand grip for the forehand side and a backhand grip for the backhand side. Now so many players struggle lifting from their backhand side, and this is often due to their grip. Now we think the best way to learn this grip is to hold the racket like this with just your thumb and index finger and get used to creating power with your thumb. Once you can do this, keep this feeling and use your other fingers just to help you add a little bit more power and control.
So putting it all together with your good footwork, racket preparation and grip, you want to have a short swing using your thumb and fingers to hit the shuttle in the direction you want it to travel. And lastly, do remember to follow through in the direction you want the shuttle to go, as unlike most shots, you can have a longer follow through as you have more time to recover before the next shot. Now, how can you practice your lifts? Like with other shots we've shown in the past, you can start by isolating the shot with a hand feed like this. You should practice lifting both straight and cross, and also with different heights. We'll go through why you need to use these different heights in much more detail in our next tutorial on advanced lifts, so make sure you smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out on that one. It's also fun to practice using targets like we did in a few videos back. You can then progress this hand-fed practice to feeding with a racket, again from different angles. And you want to make sure you lift both straight and cross with the same racket preparation. And lastly, you want to practice your lifts from being slightly out of position, as you would be in a match. It's the lifts that are to the side of you, or even slightly behind you, that are often the hardest to get.
The progression from this is to practice your lift accuracy and consistency in a single shuttle routine. This can be done in many ways, but here's a simple exercise you can do. This is where you lift one shuttle repeatedly to a corner. It may seem boring, but as we've said, lift accuracy is so important in badminton, and sometimes we don't practice the simple things enough. Here we're showing how you would do the exercise as a doubles player, and this is how you would do it as a singles player, recovering more towards the middle every time. Next you can lift to different sides with a feeder moving across the back line, also practicing their drops and movement. It's a good practice for both of you, and we'll have lots more practices for you in our next advanced lifting video. How consistent are you with these practices? We'd love for you to let us know how you get on with any of the exercises in the comments below.
Well, that's it for today's video on the basics of lifting. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss our next tutorial on advanced lifting with some fun practices. And lastly, if you have enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to give it a like. See you on the next one.